So here today is how to find job opportunities and career growth with Day One CPT. Today's session spotlights include but not limited to Westcliff University program information session. Second, how can Day One CPT help navigate layoffs? And next will be career support, including technology and also career events, career consultations, all available at Westcliff University. At the last, we'll just have a live Q&A with admission and career advisors here. So, and you can always scan the QR code here for WhatsApp and also for WeChat, depending on what language you speak, for a free consultation about the fee waived application link or anything in general about Westcliff University. Okay, so let's get started. Who we are as Go Elite. We are located here in Los Angeles. We're a professional consulting agency dedicated to helping international students to thrive in the US. With our major services surrounding Day One CPT University application. Oh, sorry about that. And then F1 reinstatement or emergency transfer, as well as change of status application. So if you find yourself fall into any of the category, feel free to let us know by scanning the QR code. Our mission and vision is really to make students' American dreams come true. And we are certified by AIRC as the 6th AIRC certified agency in the US, and is one of the most respectable organizations in the American education industry, especially for international education. We're also proudly the sponsor, one of the major sponsors for AIRC webinar today, this year. So we also created a reward system to cultivate the Day One CPT community in a bigger, broader concept. And basically, you can earn a lot of cashbacks by joining in this kind of activity, from reviewing your classes, refer your friends, join our group chats, and also confirm your enrollment. And each reward point can be redeemed into $1, and you can choose 3 different ways to redeem your cashback. So we're also having this blessing event, H-1B visa lottery blessing event for 2025. It's already launched a few weeks ago. It's already ongoing. It has limited spots. It's totally free. What you will get is we will go to the temple for you and send back your blessing notes from the temple. And the first visit, I think it's happening right now. So again, scan the QR code when you see them if you're interested in participating. For our Indian culture audience, it would be the Chilker Balaji Temple. And then for our Chinese audience, that would be Yunko Lama Temple. And best of luck. We are, of course, on Google Map and have quite a really good and decent review of 5.0 at this moment. We have a lot of people giving kudos to our service and describing in details like how we kind of help them. And of course, we're on social media as well. Let's stay connected and stay in touch. You can always just interact with us. We have active posts each week. And that's so far from me. Let me stop share. And Rima, whenever you're ready.
Sure. Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Yes, please.
Let me know when you're able to see it.
Yes, we can see it right now, and you can just hit slideshow present and you'll be ready.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm Rima. I'm from the International Outreach team at Westcliff. So we can go to the next slide, which is about the campuses. So we have our main campus, like I was saying, in Irvine. We have our additional campuses in Los Angeles, Miami, Orlando, and the new one, which is in San Francisco. You can go to the next slide, Alice. Okay, a couple of facts about Westcliff University. We are currently 5,380 students enrolled, 103 different nationalities, a very diverse set of population in terms of students, 10:1 student-faculty ratio. So it really makes the interaction very personal with your professor, a 92% graduation rate, and an 85% job placement after graduation, which Tracy will talk about much more once we go into the career services slides. Alice, you can go to the next slide. Thank you. For our master's program, we have 4 colleges. So College of Business, Technology, Engineering, Education. We also have a College of Law. We have multiple STEM courses that are available for you to choose from. We have a new course, which is AI in Applied Business Management, which is our new concentration for the MBA program. Definitely very popular among our students. For our STEM programs, as you can see, we have everything that's denoted in green and marked in S, which are the STEM concentrations. For our course format, we have 2 formats. One is the professional format and one is the weekly format, which is on campus. So the professional format is basically asynchronous schedule, which is 1 weekend residency per semester. So you have to be in class for an entire weekend, and that is eligible for all the courses that are written below, which is BBA, MBA, DBA, MSIT, MSCS, MSEM, MAT, SOL. For the on-campus, which is our weekly regular format, is basically 3 hours of classes, and this is for our main Irvine campus. All our programs are available under this campus, and feel free to get more information from the GoLE team. In terms of homework in all formats, the first thing is the discussion questions. So you have to make an initial post on Thursdays, which is due by 11:59 p.m. And then you also have to have peer responses to those discussion questions. And through the semester, you will have papers and projects, and you have to kind of submit them in the APA format. Citations are required. You also have a lot of group activities that happen. So it's a very interactive process to actually do your projects and papers. And these are due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. How to apply? So basically the application process, Alice, you can go to the next slide. Thank you. You can reach out to the GoLE team by making an application. For undergraduate, the GPA is 2.0, and for graduate, it's 2.5. For English proficiency, we do accept MOIs, and a lot of other English proficiency exams are accepted apart from TOEFL, IELTS, and Duolingo. The scores for TOEFL and IELTS are listed at the bottom. For English proficiency, you can also look at, like I was saying, a real pathway program. So if you need to do an English pathway program, that is available as well. We do not require GRE, GMAT, and SAT scores. So I think that is a very big relief for international students. So keep that in mind. We'll be happy to share a detailed checklist in terms of what the requirements look like for our students for admissions. You can go to the next slide. Thank you. Our fees for our degree tuition for international students for bachelor's is 17,520, for master's is 14,742, and for doctorate it's 15,858. Tuition can be paid either semester-wise, and even monthly payment plans are available for students. The housing ranges between $800 to like about $1,000 per month, and roughly the living expense for a year comes to about $20,000 when you're in California. Okay. Scholarships and grants. We have multiple scholarships that are available for students to choose from. So up to $10,000 of scholarships are awarded to students. I would highly recommend checking out the website for this application of the scholarships. This is a separate application from your original application, so keep that in mind. The step in terms of going into processing your scholarships would be that you will have to see if you have a minimum qualification of your GPA. Draft an essay for up to 500 words. Step 3 is to make sure that you attach additional documents like resume and recommendation letters and any kind of awards that you may have. And then you can go into the final step, which is submitting your application. Do check out the different criteria that are required for every scholarship, because there are quite a few listed on our website. Okay. For CPT, this is our most important topic, and Tracy will dive deeper into CPT as we go forward. But CPT is available for our graduate students absolutely on day 1. So if you have an offer letter in hand, you will be able to apply for your CPT. For undergraduate students, they need to complete their first year before they can start their CPT. So what is CPT? CPT is basically curricular practical training. It is approved by the DSO for a 12-month of duration during the program. So you need an additional credit that will get added to your course. You can take CPT either part-time or even full-time. So full-time would be like 40 hours per week. I think there is an error on this slide. Part-time is 20 hours per week. During the program, you must make sure that whatever you are studying, it is related to the CPT that you are enrolling into. And that's basically how your CPT will get approved based on what you are studying. Of course, if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to your admissions advisor. Even the GoElite team can help you with more questions and more answers on CPT as well as OPT. A little bit about admission timelines and how the process works. So the first step would be to make the application online. You will apply through the GoElite platform, reach out to the team. You will be attached an admissions advisor. You will access the application portal. And that's how you will go into the second stage, where you will submit all your required documents. All your transcripts will be evaluated. Once you receive an acceptance letter, you will be attending an advisory session and you will receive your final acceptance letter. Once that stage is done, you will go into the I-20 documentation stage, where you will upload your bank statements, sponsor documents, and any kind of dependent documents if they are relevant to you. It will then go to the next stage, which is service transfer. So if, for example, you need to transfer your service, make sure that you're doing it on time. The deadline is 1 week prior to your start date. So keep that date in mind when you're applying for your service transfers. And after that, you will go into enrollment, where you will register with the forms. You will do a tuition deposit. You will also register for your CPT, and you will communicate with the student services in terms of your class schedule and your academic counseling sessions. And then the last stage would be basically registering for your NSO and doing an NSO session 2 weeks prior to your start date. Why choose Westcliff? Number one, payment plans are available. Scholarships for international students are available. Our location is Irvine, which has been awarded the safest city in the US quite a few times. We also have multiple campuses, so you can choose from our multiple campuses. We do have CPT and OPT work opportunities that are available for our students. So please feel free to check that out. For our STEM concentration, we have an extension of OPT for up to 36 months. So it gives you more time, to figure out a different visa if that's something that you're looking for. For flexibility, we have 6 start dates. So every 2 months there is a start date, and you can, look into details with the GoElite team on when you can start your application. We do not require GRE, GMAT, or SAT scores, and both on-campus and professional formats are available for you to choose from. I want to pass on now to Tracy, who's going to talk more about the career services.
Thank you so much, Rima. Hi, everyone. My name is Tracy Palacios. I'm an executive career service advisor working with Westcliff University for about 4 years. And I've been in the educational field in California for maybe too many years that I want to admit to. But just to let you know, a fun little fact, Rima, when she came over, she contacted career services and I was her first career service advisor. So I'm just so proud of Rima. She's an excellent individual. So thank you so much, Rima. Rima did point out a few really great things about Westcliff University. From day one, you may start your CPT if you have an offer letter. And if you're interested in working and don't have an offer letter, then you can sign up. We ask you to fill out a guidance form. And what the guidance form is really, how is career services going to best serve you? You fill it out. So it's up to you on your needs. And then you would fill that out, send it in, and within 24 hours, you would get an email from your assigned current career service advisor. So what we do for our students is we work with anything from, we sometimes work with like career choices and things of that nature, but I would really say about 90% of the time we really delve into the resume itself. It's super important here in the US to make sure you have a resume that fits a particular format and is following rules, because about 95% of the companies use this ATS format tracking system. If you aren't using that, you're not going to get the interviews. So we really dive in deep and we help teach you how to really perform the best ATS resume for yourself. We also really dive into the LinkedIn format because you really have nothing personal per se about you and yourself on your resume, companies will go to LinkedIn just to take a peek and maybe get to know you just a little bit better. So it's really important that you develop your LinkedIn profile. So if you're not using one now, I would encourage you to go ahead and start one. It's never too early. And really, networking plays a big part of getting a job in the US. And it's not so much who you know, but just, word of mouth. People like to hire people that know other people. And that may sound silly to you, but, great people usually hang out together, right? So if Rima's working for our company and she's doing a good job and she refers me and she says, hey, I have a friend that has this experience, people like that kind of referral. So it's really important to start developing your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not a social platform. It's a professional platform. So when you're in the US, it's something that we encourage. Every time you're in class, you're making connections and you're selecting to connect to those in your particular class, your professors, the staff at Westcliff University, and anybody that you meet. Okay. After that, we actually dive into the resources. What type of job are you looking for, and how can we best help you to get those resources and where you should be looking? We do have partner companies that we work with and that we have a relationship with that like to hire students from Westcliff University. And so we do have their openings available to our students, both on our closed private LinkedIn group that all you have to do is be a student and you will be automatically added to that group. We have a monthly, yeah.
We can share the slides.
Okay, great. We have a monthly,
Thank
great.
you,
We have a monthly newsletter as well. So let's see where we are.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Okay, thank you.
Fast forward a bit.
And perfect. Okay, great. So this is our staff. We are the service entity, like I said before, for Westcliff University. So some students actually come and they don't really need our services that much. And some students really need our services a lot. So all it takes is for you to make the initial meeting by filling out the career service advisor guidance form that will be available online through your student service advisor. It will be available to you. And once you have a need that you want to make an appointment, you fill out the form and you will be assigned to one of these lovely individuals. So we have quite a great full-time staff to service our students. I will also tell you that our response time is great, and we really pride ourselves on that in our particular department. So like I spoke before, we're going to talk about resume revisions, job search strategies, and then one I didn't touch on that we do a lot with our students are mock interviews. And this is a chance where you can sit down with us either on Zoom or face-to-face if you prefer, and we will actually pretend we are the company that you are going to interview with, and we have questions set up to make sure that you feel comfortable. It's really good practice. Even people that are experienced in their jobs still get a little rusty when they're asked questions about their own background. So this particular component of the mock interviews is actually very, very popular with our students, and one I would encourage you to pursue with us as well. So this is our career service checklist. So this is, like I said, it's all in your hand. We let you decide what you think is most important that you want to cover in the interview itself. We will ask you for your most recent CV or resume so that we can see where we need to take you from step A to step B. But these are all the different topics that we can cover during our Zoom meeting with you. Our meetings are kept at a minimum of 30 minutes, but you are never limited to the amount of meetings that you want or need with your advisor. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. We have a monthly newsletter, and that newsletter are our partner companies that we have formed a relationship with that we have current openings with. The great thing about the newsletter, if you find an opening that you're interested in, you would just contact your career service advisor, and then we take your resume and present it to the company. And then the interview would be set up directly from the company. So it's kind of like you're bypassing a lot of those steps. So that's one way to keep current. Also in the newsletter, we're always promoting different professional development seminars and networking events that you could attend. And we really encourage our students to really get out there, to learn the culture, to meet some people. It's word of mouth sometimes that will get you that next opportunity. This is the LinkedIn closed group that I told you about. So all it takes is for you to click on it. So you want to be invited. We just ensure that you are a student. And these are like last minute openings we get. A company calls in, they have an opening. We will immediately post it on LinkedIn before waiting for that monthly newsletter. So we recommend that our students are checking that on a daily basis. And InnerStride, that's a platform we probably had about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. We're quite proud of this platform. It was actually begun by a F1 student in San Francisco. When he came over, the story was that he had a really difficult time trying to find work and navigate the H-1B and applying, and really wanted to do something for, you know, his international students. So he developed this program, this platform, and this platform is really cool. So once you get on it, it's free for you. You use your westcliff.edu email and you register. They have seminars on the H-1B. They have seminars on resume writing, things that we do as well. And they also have a plethora of openings. So there's hundreds of colleges from out the global world that have openings, and they actually will post them on here. Sorry about that, I lost my train of thought. They will post the openings on here. So as an F1 student, you know that if they're posting on InnerStride, they're open to an F1 student. And so we're pretty proud to be able to offer this to our students for F1, because sometimes some companies are not as open as others for the F1. So this is a platform where you can pretty much be assured any company that's advertising is familiar with the CPT and the OPT requirements. So a couple questions. Will we provide you with an internship? We do not provide anybody with an internship or CPT work or OPT, but we do support you. And that's just something everyone needs to be clear with. We will help in any way that we can and assist you and teach you and walk you through, but we don't just hand you an internship and you start from day one. Career services help you with the resume. We covered that. Yes, we can. Also important to know, we're not going to do the resume for you, right? You've got to have some buy-in, but we will teach you. We will give you links. We will review it. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you have a polished resume. And we also have a platform that we run your resume once it is done through an ATS tracker to see how it scores. So on a scale of 0 to 100, we'll see where your resume lies. Most of our resumes that come back, we like to see like an 80 to 100, but most of them come back quite high, 80 to 100. And the reason that you want your resume to be scoring high, because you want it to be tracking so that you want to get that internship. Here in America, the resume really is a ticket to get the interview, and the interview is where you're going to get that internship or job. There is an internship requirement for our master's students and our DBA. It just takes working CPT for 8 weeks. Along with working, you would take a 0.5 credit course that goes along with your curricular practical training. Many students choose to just work for the 8 weeks and then they're done. Many students want to work for the entire time, and that's fine. But if you're interested in staying and working your OPT, it's really important that you don't go over your hours for CPT. So for CPT, full-time hours are anything over 20 hours. And if you're in a 2-year program, you're allowed to work 1 year full-time CPT, but the other year would have to be part-time. If you say, I don't care about my OPT, I just want to work as much as I can while I'm getting my degree, and then I might return to to my own home country, or I might take another degree, that's your choice. If you want to do that, you can work full-time for CPT. But understand, if you do go over 1 year full-time, which is over 20 hours, then you do forfeit your OPT at the end of your degree. Yes, you may work on campus. This is something that we are getting more opportunities, but we are pretty small. And like Rima says, we're spread out. We have some satellite offices all over. So of course you will be privy to all the openings that we do have on campus. Like Rima came to work for us on campus, but please don't rely on coming to campus and work on campus, because we don't have that many openings. But any openings we do, rest assured, our students will get first crack at it. And our Smart Capstone class is the last class that our master's students can take. They could either choose the regular capstone class or the Smart Capstone class. I really feel like everyone should take the Smart Capstone class because the Smart Capstone class actually fulfills your internship requirement. So let's say you come over here and you just want to study. You have enough money to get you by. You don't need to work. Your whole focus is to do the best that you can so that at the end of your degree, you can focus and get your OPT. Well, the Smart Capstone gives you an opportunity to do so. It requires working along with other master's students, a DBA mentor, and a faculty member. And you're actually working for a company as a consultant through Westcliff. So we recruit companies that need extra assistance. Maybe they want to launch a new product and they don't know how to market it. Maybe they're a small startup and they don't have a business plan. They'll come to us, they'll work with faculty, and we will put them into a Smart Capstone class. And so this gives our international students the opportunity to work along with their peers and to work along with an American company. And it's pretty cool because every week it rotates on who the project manager is. So you get that leadership connection. And it's an excellent thing to add to your resume, and we can help you do that as well. And I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Tracy. Thank you both, Rima and Tracy, for the amazing presentation covering all you need to know about our career services, the common questions, and also the program and location. All right, now I think we should get ready for our Q&A. Just a heads up, our Q&A today may go over time as we have like dozens of questions already, but only 10 minutes left for the original planned time. So are we okay with a little bit overtime of maybe 5 to 10 more minutes?
Sure.
Yeah, we can go
Yes.
over with this the questions that we didn't answer on the chat, so we can go over those first.
Yeah, sure. So let me share screen right now. Ava already helped us collect everything.
Awesome.
Answer. Yeah, thank you. So first one up is, what are all the possible reasons to get the application rejected? Asking this to avoid facing the rejection.
So if you're interested in applying, we can send out the admissions checklist to you. It's really straightforward. So if you feel like you are fulfilling those criteria, then you feel free to submit the application.
Hey, well, don't forget about the GPA, requirement, and complete everything that's needed. It will be very straightforward once you start your application. You can see which items you still have left, or otherwise just contact us and we can have a look for you. So second one, can we change campuses in the middle of the program?
Yes, it's possible, but the student has to submit the request to change the campus location. So if you want to change the campus in the middle of the session, you probably have to wait until the next session start day to actually change that campus. So again, please do submit the request in advance.
All right, so you can't switch on mid of semester. You have to like actually move to the new campus when it's coming to another beginning. So is the job required? Will Westcliff University help me with funding an internship? I think, Teresa, that's a question for you.
Sure. So as I mentioned, a job is required for 8 weeks if you're in the master's program. But if you choose not to work, you can take the Smart Capstone, the very last class, and that will fulfill your requirement. And we will definitely assist you in finding work with what we had talked about earlier. Yes.
Thank you. So basically, definitely more encouraged to find an internship or a professional opportunity. However, if you don't, that's okay. You also have the Smart Capstone.
Yep.
Okay, so next one is, does Westcliff offer on-campus job? I think you also answered that. That's yes, but don't rely on it too much, right?
Perfect.
Got it. All right, next is, if my company sponsors my education, which financial documents should I show to the school?
Instead of the bank statements, we would need a sponsors the company to write out a company's letter. So they have to put on the company's letterhead that the company will be funding the students' tuition. That's something we ask for extra other than the sponsor's affidavit form from an individual. And we do need the financial documents like bank letter or bank statements on top of it.
So basically, it's quite similar, only the company needs to write a letter to prove that.
That's correct, yes.
Got it. And next one is I'm currently laid off. My OPT is ending, started here. Can I enroll and have CPT?
Yes, welcome to enroll. But you need to get the job offer first to get the CPT approved. So, yeah, definitely you can enroll. And while you're looking for an internship, feel free to contact our career services department.
That's beautifully done. Thank you. So next one is, should the student be located in the US to start day one CPT program?
So again, we don't call it a day one CPT program, but so any students can enroll whether you are in the United States or you are outside of the US. So in order to get a CPT, you have to be an international student, F1 student, have a job offer, and then you can request a CPT.
Got it, Doris. And CPT is really a benefit that's attached to your F1 status, and you have to qualify for it on the basis that your job is relevant to the program. So yes, in order to qualify for CPT usage, you need to be in the US. Otherwise, there's no really a reason to use CPT. So this person is deciding between MBA and DBA. Can they make the change after enrolling in one of them?
So I got a question a lot like student before they actually applied, they were juggling in between the MBA and DBA, but I would suggest students to always decide to go only one, but because once you're enrolled, it's hard to change to another degree level. If it's the same degree level, possibly you can change it. But if it's one degree level up, then you will have to withdraw and resubmit your application to the DBA.
Oh, got it. So it's more complicated than just changing the program on the same level. So we typically tell people that if you only done one master's before, like master of science, master in arts, you can definitely think about MBA as it's also a cheaper in tuition and a shorter amount of time for the commitment to get a degree. But the benefit of DBA is really it's another level higher. It means another chance of OPT as well. So next one is, do you have business relationships with hiring tech companies?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So just keep in mind that we have partnerships with them. So it just depends on if they have openings or not, right? So that is fluid. It changes all the time.
Okay, and I suppose we also have like career events with those companies as well.
Yes, we do at least, well, we've been doing one career fair a year, but we definitely have other meet and greets that we bring together companies over webinars and things of that nature.
Awesome. So next one is, do you allow transfer credits from other master's program? What are the rules around it? And how many credits allowed?
Yes, so we answered that in the chat. So we will take up to 6 credits, so that will be a maximum of 2 courses.
Okay, got it. So that means once they transfer the credits, that's also one semester shorter to finish all the program. Got it. And this one, CPT question, if I'm taking MBA plus applied AI concentration, can I get into data analyst roles?
I would say it depends on your job duty. If your current job position is leveraging AI theories, then yeah, possibly, yeah, it's meeting that criteria. But it's really complicated and it really depends on certain job duties.
Or let's say if this person is like kind of business data operations analyst, that fit into MBA, but not specifically AI, would that still work?
So it will up to the discretion of the International Affairs Department. So if you have that doubt, and if you are a current student in the US, feel free to contact your designated international affairs advisor, and they will be able to help you.
Got it. Thank you. So next one is this person already a master degree holder from India in electronics and communication engineering department, I suppose. Is there any restrictions to apply for another master's on computer science?
It looks like this student or so this person probably don't have a previous degree completed in the US. So we will have to see whether the master degree you have from a foreign country is a US master degree equivalent. So if that's your qualifying degree, it's a master degree, yes, you can submit your application to apply for another master in the US.
Got it. Just make sure, try not to repeat yourself for the same degree again, even if your previous degree is from abroad. So for example, if this person's equivalence is a Master of Science in Computer Science, so that means they cannot pursue another in the US, correct?
They should be able to, yeah. So because they didn't get a degree in the US yet, so they can pursue another master degree focused in computer science.
Okay. Oh, so so even it's computer science previously, just because it's not from the US, that means they can do another in the US.
That's correct, yes.
Thank you for clarification. Okay, this person says, if I want to finish my master's in 1 year, would that be possible? What is the maximum credit hours that they're allowed to register each semester?
I not guarantee that you will be able to finish your master's in only 1 year, but you can certainly expedite your program by taking more than one course per session. But again, you have to submit a request to add a course load.
Okay, got it. So it's possible, but not guaranteed. All right. Is Day1 CPT eligible for MBA and apply AI concentration? I think that's definitely a yes.
Yes.
Okay, and can a H4 status individual eligible for CPT program? I suppose not on H4, but you need to make the change into F1 to take the CPT benefit since CPT is attached to F1.
Yep, I answered that in the chat too.
Great, thank you. So do we really need to have work experience before we start our Day1 program? So is that required for admission?
Well, that's a not hard requirement for our international students, but we would require practical learning experience for students, before their graduation for master degree or for doctoral degree.
Got it. I saw maybe some of our students, like they don't really have hard like business background. They offer MBA at Westcliff. They are told to do the course differently in different order. So that's also one of the like solution for them, I suppose.
That's right.
Thank you. And I'm in game development. Would MBA be a suitable major for me to go for?
Well, it's up to you if you want to move up a little bit, move up to like middle upper management level role in your company. Yeah, definitely you can apply for MBA.
Yeah, so at least some part of your job responsibility or your career exploration is related to MBA. Thank you. And I'm already in an eligible visa in US. I have a BTech degree in English. Do I still need IELTS or any other English proficiency test score? I'm thinking about like where this degree is from, if from like English country, English speaking country, or if it's Finnish English, then you can provide MOI.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, great. And is smart option paid? So I suppose this question for Tracy, like this is a smart.
Great question. I'm sorry if I don't think I even mentioned it. No, it is not a paid opportunity for our students, but it is a learning phase. You get much more out of it than being paid for your time. And since it is the capstone class, there is a lecture as well as a hands-on application.
Hey, got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And something to build up your profile, definitely.
Yes.
So for Day1 CPT, can we work in tech but apply for MBA?
Yes. So yeah, remember we have STEM concentration. For example, applied AI or IT project management. Yeah, feel free to check on our website and for the concentration for the STEM related concentration.
Got it. Thank you. And how much do I need to have in my bank statement to apply for Westcliff?
That really depends on which program are you applied to and then which format did you select that. So yeah, again, we will have that information available when we come to that phase for you to request I-20.
Got it. I think an estimate for just for part of the master program is around 37 something for 1 year.
That's right. So basically it's just 1 year tuition plus 1 year estimated living cost. So it will be the combination estimated cost for living expenses for a year too.
Got it. Thank you, Doris. It's required at any of the school here for all international students. So can you share some hiring companies that you partner with? I think that's a question for Tracy.
Oh, yeah, sure. So we've partnered with Disney and Amazon and Micro Ingram, which are some very large companies. And then we have some middle and small companies that we partner with as well. And then we also partner with startup companies as well. I can't get that smart off me. Startup companies.
Got it. I also saw one of your presentation screenshot is focusing on the hiring lead at Disney.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. LinkedIn, yeah. So let's go next. What is the acceptance rate for a student who already have master degree from the UK?
I'm sorry, I muted myself. So, yeah, so if that's a master degree, it's a qualified degree, and then you meet the GPA, the minimum GPA requirements, I would say, it's possible for you to get admitted, and really on a highly, it's a really high acceptance rate.
Yeah, so don't forget to send in your GPA equivalents of a US 4.0 system, and we can take it from there. So don't forget to scan the QR code for a free consultation and application link to Westcliff University. And next is, I heard from many people that generally employers do not provide H-1B, only less employers available for day one CPT students. Is that true? What are the odds?
I don't understand the part of available for one-day students, but so employers, many employers will say up front that they know about the H-1B and they will accept people that want the H-1B. A lot of these companies that we're seeing that are actually being successful in hiring our student H-1B are doing it for the first time. So we know the H-1B is a lotto system, so it just really depends. But I don't understand what it means, less employer. Can you explain that, or did I answer it?
Oh, maybe they mean like where they can see employers for that accept day one CPT. Maybe there are not many employers accepting them. Like day one CPT. I mean CPT usage in general.
Hmm.
But I would say anyone who accept OPT would still go for CPT because
Yeah, and that's my job. I recruit companies and explain to them the difference of CPT, that it doesn't require sponsorship. So we do walk that, we have companies we already work with that we have already educated and they understand it. And we're continually working with new companies that don't understand it, that we're educating. And sometimes our students find a job and they get a job and then they have to explain CPT and the company doesn't know. And we'll step in and we'll do the explaining to the employer ourselves. So we support you every step of the way.
Thank you, Tracy. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So when you get your dream job, don't hesitate, reach back to Tracy or the Career Services and also help you educate your company about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
great.
That's great support. Though I don't have any experience in computer science background, can I still study master's in computer science? Is it possible? I did my bachelor's in a different domain.
Yes, you can. And we will put you in that into that Achieve program for the Master of Science in Computer Science. And so yeah, so feel free to submit your application.
Yeah, so there's a way for you to achieve it. Just go ahead and from the beginning, they can still use the CPT, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Last but not least today, can I apply and start a program before my STEM OPT ends?
So so the student is asking, yeah, so yeah, they can choose to end their OPT early and then transfer their CVS record to us. But when their CVS record is transferred, that's when the OPT ends.
Okay, thank you, Doris. That's awesome. So that basically means you need to end your STEM OPT earlier, too, if you want to do that. All right, we're only like 7 minutes over. That's awesome. And thank you everyone for joining us today. The recording of today's webinar will be sent to your email used at registration. So don't forget to check them out if you join us midway. If you have more question, feel free to scan the QR code here and for a free consultation with us. All right, let me stop share. And thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much, Tracy,
Thank you.
for being here again today with us. Looking forward to talking to you guys again.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Have a good
guys.
evening.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
So, bye. Have a good one.
You too.